Welcome back and wish you all a happy new year. Today we'll see Orico CyberData NAS installing with UnRaid 7.2.3 currently. So before we create a USB disk, so we need to choose a USB flash device of at least 4 GB in size with a unique GUID. And UnRaid is extremely hardware agnostic, so you can use any set of hard disk or SSD or NVMe. And the USB flash drive creator need to be downloaded in either PC or Mac, and we need to choose manual install method if we are not using the USB flash creator. Uh, Manual install method can be of any of the Rufus in Windows or Balena Etcher in Mac. So initial setup requires web GUI and trial license key registration. If you directly go with purchasing a license, then that is an option too. But I would recommend going for the trial license for the first 30 days or up to 30 days until you are ready to go with the license purchase. But let us go to the setup of USB, and we need to download that, and then once we install that in the Orico NAS, then we come back and look into what is and how to create that. So initially, I am not uh, popping up any disk at this moment, and after creating the USB, it can be done. And USB creator is downloaded, and then it is installed into applications folder of the Mac, and initially it will ask for choosing the OS. And here at this point of creating the USB drive, it was 7.2.0, but now it is 7.2.3. So I choose Kingston Data Traveler 3. So this is a USB 3.0, but it's preferable to use 2.0 version. So once we go ahead creating, it will prepare to write to that USB and destroy any existing files. So take a backup before doing so. So once write is successful, then it says that 7.2.0 has been written to so and so USB drive. And if you would like to enable legacy boot, then on the whole old hardware, then please run make bootable. So there is a batch file in the USB drive itself, which can be executed that way. But usually, whichever supports the UFI, since approximately 6th generation, it should be fine. So place the USB drive at the back of Orico NAS, preferably on the USB 2.0 port, and then press all repeatedly until one would get this screen. So choose the first option, and then go ahead getting this BIOS screen and change the system date. So system date and also the time to match with the time zone. So initially it has got 8 GB memory, and the memory frequency is 4800 MHz for my Orico NAS, and it supports a DDR5 version. Let us go to advanced, and if required only, we can disable the TPM2. Currently, by default, it is enabled. So usually, once we disable secure boot, that should be okay. But if it still doesn't boot up with the USB drive, as an option, then we need to do this. So let us go to advanced security device support. So I'm choosing to disable it. There are several options in the BIOS. So there is another video already published a few days ago with complete BIOS settings and what are available, just to have an idea. So you may go through that if you prefer. So and smart fan function, it's in the advanced tab. So by default there are two fans with the settings in one of the CF series that I got. So by default fan settings are there, and we can change if we need to, but I would just keep it as it is. It is recommended to change the admin password. Minimum is 3 characters. And secure boot is under the security. So by default it is enabled. Change it to disabled. And also the boot mode I would change to custom. Coming back to this page and set up from timeout. By default it is 3 seconds. Fast boot is disabled. So if it is enabled in your machine, keep it disabled. And boot option 1, it shows the Kingston Data Traveler partition 1. So partition 1 has got the UnRaid related files, and boot option 2 shows Debian. Debian is nothing but Orico CyberData OS, which is actually a fork of a Debian version, which is based on the Debian. So boot option 1 shows me the USB drive. Very soon with the 7.3 version, UnRaid is coming with internal boot, so we would know whether it can be installed to any SSD or NVMe at that point. But currently it is this the only option. Save changes and exit from the BIOS. Now as the option in the boot preference is 1, it will boot from USB drive now. It would take a couple of seconds until you see the screen. And then we see UnRaid OS. The very first option should be OK. It boots now. And it says welcome to UnRaid, create password, create device password, activate license, and unleash your hardware. So if there is no account created yet, need to create a UnRaid.net account with your email ID, and then activate the trial license. We'll see that the finished flash product is Data Traveler 3 from Kingston. Array status stopped. Now registering at UnRaid.net with your email ID and password. And then in the trial, 30-day UnRaid trial, now it is already registered. Trial key installed successfully. It expires in 1 month 4 minutes as it shows. Now in the devices, unassigned devices with all the attached disks can be changed to array and pool. So most of the NVMe or SSD can be assigned to pool, and then others like hard disk can be assigned to the array. Thanks for watching.